So Numbers 13:1, God said, fine, send them. That's not unprecedented in the scripture. It's a rare moment. But there's one other illustration where God hearkened to the voice of the people. You remember when Samuel was God's man, and his sons were acting crazy. So the people came to Samuel and said, your sons ain't no good. It don't look too good for your successor. So we want a king as other nations. And it hurt Samuel's feeling. And he went to God and said, they said they want a king. And the Lord said, fine, give them a king. By the way, Samuel, they ain't rejecting you. They're rejecting me. But tell them that if they get a king, here's what's going to happen. They're going to send your men to war, and your daughter's going to serve him at his pleasure. Samuel came back and told the people what God said, and they said, we don't care. We want one anyway. Let me pause to say this. It's a dangerous moment when God gives in to us. When the God idea gives in to the good idea, we're in trouble. So Moses sent the spies on down into the land. And then they come back. And 10 of them say, we can't do it. And 2 of them said, yes, we can. Tenfold. 10 people paralyzed 2 million folk with fear. Tenfold. Now let me ask you, I don't know, none of our churches got no 2 million members. If 10 members, if 10 folk can paralyze 2 million, how many does it take in our church to paralyze the whole church? With what they think is a good idea. Negativism, naysayers, folk that can always say, well, you know, in my opinion, I don't see it that way. Well, you know, opinion. You know what to say about opinions? Opinions are like keyholes. Everybody got one? That ain't true. An opinion, by definition, means that I have an appreciable understanding. I have some knowledge of the subject at hand, whereas my thoughts will carry some weight. But most folk give opinions. They don't know nothing about it. Here's an example. Motley, what is your opinion on birthing a child? I ain't got one. I don't know anything about having a baby. And all of my life, if I live 1,000 years, I will never be able to give with any authority what it is. Now, what I need to do is talk to somebody that's been there. But now when it comes to God, even authoritative opinion is no substitute for faith. Hebrews 3:9 says, so we see that they were not able to enter because of their unbelief. All them other excuses they gave about his giants down there, and the land won't feed all of us, and all of that, that's what Moses fell for. He was just a man. And all he was going on was what he heard. Man looks on the outside, but God looks on the heart. And God knew that the only reason that they wanted to send spies in the first place, they never believed him. So the Lord said, I'm tired of y'all. I mean, think about that. When they left Egypt, Moses, how we going to cross the Red Sea? I don't know. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. And if you read that Psalms account, it says, and the Lord inhaled, and the waters divided. And then the Lord exhaled, and they froze like concrete. And all of the children walked across on dry land. When they got on the other side, they went 3 days, no water. The Lord brought them to Marah. And when they got to Marah, they found some water, but it was bitter. The Lord sent Moses to get the tree of life, and he went and got it and dropped it in the water, and the water became sweet. They left Marah, they went to Elim. When they got to Elim, there were 70 palm trees and 12 wells of water. One well for each tribe. They went on a little further, and they got there, and they got hungry. And the Lord rained down manna from on high. Somebody got tired of the manna and started asking the question, we got the buns, where's the meat? And the Lord sent an east wind through the waters and brought them quail. Led them around their enemies. And now here they are on the border of the promised land. And the Lord said, I've been real patient. I want to show you something. Look at this. Turn to this, and then I'm finished. Turn to Numbers 14. I just want to show you how fickle people can be. Numbers. The Lord had said to them, possess the land, take it. I'm going to give it to you. I promised it to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Take it. It's yours. They said, we can't do it. When the Lord finally decided, all right, you ain't going. I'm going to penalize every one of you of this generation. You're going to walk on a circle for 40 years until all of this generation drops, except for 4 people. Now, I know some of you all say it's 2. It's not 2. It's 4. 2 out of the 12 that went down to the land to spy it out made it to the promised